Hello, hope everyone's doing good. Fatty here from Pack a Punch Traders. Just gonna go over the day really quick and go over my top plays for tomorrow. So we'll start off with my first trade of the day loss here on APRN was, we got this nice gap up, holding up nicely. We had resistance in the mid fours, but full four is a whole dollar, half dollar level, key psychologically level. Next up, after 4.5, we got 5 to 5.5, pretty much. So was just aiming for 5, and the open price VWAP claim ended up just failing. We had a little fake out here, but just took it from 402 as it was holding up here. We had a higher low up in this mess. Let me zoom in, make it more clear. Got it as it was reclaiming 4 here, and we got a little quick perk, but it ended up failing to break to new highs, and it ended up making a higher low from the daily here, or sorry, from the low of day, but broke this low here and failed to break down, perked right back up, but just not enough in it to really get going. The whole day was just kind of sideways. It's holding up. This is a top play for tomorrow. If we get a 433 break from the highs today, this could definitely shoot up to 5 in no time. It is a smaller market cap. Float isn't that bad. Doing good volume. If we could just continue this trend, I think shorts will be disappointed and we'll get a solid squeeze over the high day of 433. So that's definitely going to be on watch for tomorrow. It's a top play. But for today, I took a loss on it, $80. Not that bad. Just, within 5% of my entry. Risked within $150 max loss. Took a stab at a good pattern. Just didn't work out, and that happens. Next up, Bttx, my big gainer of the day. Made 340 on this, made up for that other loss, and made some more. We got a nice gapper. Horrible history. Was just looking for shorts to be disappointed if it were to fail to break down because we got a low float. It could definitely move quick. If it could, and the plan from the live stream in the morning was just reclaim of the 138 level, but all I did was just fade. But when I saw it perk back late day, I got really excited. I was like, okay, if this could create a range, fail to break down, this could definitely squeeze to the high ones, 2-ish area, and that's exactly what happened. As we can see here, I took it from 139, ended up risking 132 here. After we got this consolidation, I did have some starters here as we went through this dip, but once we got the bottom, some solid volume came back, some strong buying. We got the uptrend I wanted, and I was just pretty impatient. Even though I held through this dip, I sold at 156 in the middle of the spike pretty much. Could have waited a few minutes and got into the 170s, but my impatience bit me in the ass. But we got a low float, solid trend, good risk reward, all pretty much lining up there. And it all, stemmed from this failed to break down, started coming back, and shorts, when it was confirmed that they were underwater here, this key level is not going to break down, that's when you get the solid move. And you can see that here. 1 second. The way it holds 143. Once it bursts through it, it confirms it with this dip, and it just heads higher. So that is that. A couple other ones I'll run through. CYN, recent runner, solid money maker. Finally putting in a red day. Ideally, we get some more fade, and then we could play the reversal. But at the same time, we'll see what this does. This one isn't going to be a top play for me. I really would just, sit on the sidelines if it does head higher and just wait for the reversal if it fades more. This just isn't, it's not bad, it's just not enough. I really would like it to be down more, 40, 50% off the highs. Just give us some range to work with, because here we got highs here that it could easily stuff it. So I want some range that I could work with. So I'm going to ignore that probably for tomorrow. Rdbx, this one totally underestimated. It gave a solid short squeeze. Just Reddit taking it over. This is what happens when there's a lot of demand. It could really ramp up, especially if shorts are stubborn and it fails to break down. You could get solid moves. As this kept working up, it failed to break down. Solid pre-market move, and we got a nasty little breakdown early on. I thought it was over, but ended up holding, shifted on a dime after it got unhalted, and just went on a march to 10. So this one, a little bit of a scary play. I'm kind of over it. If it heads a little higher, that'll be great. I might play it, but right now it's way off where the breakout is, and just going to be waiting for the multi-day bounce after this sets the backside. That's all I could really do now. FRGE, great call from the watch list here. Just not enough volume for me to really play it in the morning when it was breaking out over the 20 area here. I was looking for that 20 and a half area to hold. We got it, just lower volume. And it was in the morning, it was between this one and APRN. I just chose the wrong one. This one really was a nice move. You got the confirmation of a low volume dips. Even this one was a little significant, but came right back. You get a higher low, keeps holding VWAP, keeps holding the key level, the breakout level, and you get to push higher. And then after that, consolidates for a bit more, and you get a nice move to 28. Was choppy, low volume, so, you know, I'd rather have had this than a loss on APRN, but what can you do? It was just a choppy move. But this is also going to be a play to watch for tomorrow. Is it a top play? No, it's just from the watch list, just to keep an eye on, to test 35. If this fails to break down and continues higher, but I think there are other better plays out there. What else moved today? Last one to go over for today, Hcdi here. I mentioned this on the live stream, just didn't give it enough attention. We have a solid break over the 315 area, just the low threes, just that area, low float, low market cap. Really wish I gave this more attention, but here we are after hours, giving a nice move. This is going to be a top play for tomorrow. We're going to be looking for the 4 area, high threes. We go back, we got some resistance here. So if this area here, this region of the high threes, 4 area, if that area could hold as support, I think with a float like this, shorts could definitely get squeezed. It doesn't have really much history of it taking off. So I think shorts will see this spike and start packing it. And if it fails to break down, similar thinking to Bttx, just similar to how short squeezes are formed. When short sellers' expectations aren't met, they're going to cover, and that's going to be buying. Since they're shorting it at first, they're going to buy to cover, and that's going to be more buying. And that's how you get moves like this where it just takes off. When you got a combination of short sellers covering and buyers joining it as well. So that's Hcdi. What else do we have for tomorrow? So we went over APRN, Hcdi, Bttx, TPST here. We got a 4 breakout. This is low volume right now. I just like it's a low float, low market cap play. Almost reminding me of, what do you call it? Hcdi. As we just saw that chart, kind of similar here. It's got resistance kind of stacked up. But if we keep holding this 4 area, I think we could get a test of the mid 4s, and from there, if it keeps failing to break down and it holds up and makes the mid 4s key area of support, consolidation you could risk off of, this could be a good entry as well. And from there, you don't really have much resistance until the mid 5s, 6-ish area. So in all these levels here, not really much volume behind these resistance areas. So who knows where this could get to? Clear skies ahead, really. So I'm really liking TPST, but only if volume really comes in, because as you can see right now, not doing much. It can move, but it really needs the volume. And we definitely got some shorts trapped in here, some swing shorts probably. So I think a break over 4 a confirmation of that area could really give a nice squeeze higher. And then lastly, some disappointing multi-day bounces today. Nothing worked out. They were just faders, but we'll go over them right now. Still gonna keep them on watch, but not my favorite for now, as right now I got a couple other plays on watch. And we'll see what gappers we get. I'll update the watch list in the morning on Twitter. But right now, you get this solid spike, backside, and just looking for that momentum shift of shorts covering. And we're gonna look for that with, we got every morning here, just a failure, can't hold its gains. If we get a low morning spike and a failure to break down, that high break that we always talk about, that's going to indicate that there's a momentum shift. And if that trend continues to hold, it could bring in more volume and buying as shorts cover their position to lock in profits. But right now, we got a solid fade. Let's see what the low. It's not really coiling. We got a low here, 443, and 360. So about 80 cents there, and then 360, 280. I guess it's shrinking a bit. So we'll see if tomorrow we get a solid momentum shift or another day of bottoming. If it tries to head lower, but we get some coiling action, just the lows tighten up. There's smaller body candles, so just keep IDA on watch for potential multi-day bounce. And same thing with EV. Oh wait, no, I actually took that off. I like VIVK more. And the reason I took it off, I have too many that I'm really looking at, and this one is my least favorite so far. It's had a decent bounce here from 42 to 52. It could possibly head higher, most definitely. I will look at it for sure. It's not going to be off my watch list, but ones I'm going to be looking heavily at are highlighted in red, and that's going to be VIVK. I just don't want to put too many and stretch myself thin. If there's there's a bunch of things moving, you really just want to focus on one or two, and if you miss any other ones, it's okay. It happens, but really bring your focus down. Less is more, and just let the singles add up. It's okay to miss a play. But here's VIVK, still setting the backside here. Low float, low market cap. Got a little quick snipe out of this on Friday. But right now, just fade, fade, fade. And same thing, just going to look for that momentum shift. If we get a spike and it can start holding its gains, comparing to these past few days where it can't hold its gains and it's just fading. Just, key little indicators like that. You'll see a momentum shift. Like I said, coiling action, smaller body candles. If maybe we get a gap up instead of gap down. Just small things like that show a momentum shift, that it's not heading lower. That's all you could really look for. So a little bit of a longer video. Went over the whole day, my trades, and my top watches. So hope this was useful. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Besides that, check us out on Twitter at Pack-a-Punch Traders. Some good calls. We alerted Bttx beforehand. We saw FRGE on the watch list. We got good calls and pumping out good material. Check us out there. And if you want low-cost live streams, check us out on tradecaster.com. We're there in the morning. We'll be there 10 minutes before market opens, and we'll definitely be there in the afternoon. We weren't there today, was a little busy, but tomorrow we're definitely going to make it a goal to be there live for Power Hour late day. And yeah, we'll just wrap it up there. Hope everyone has a great night.